actually don't know a whole lot about.
I tried to set you up and you know nothing. I'm so sorry. I set you up for failure.
You were setting me up for the layup and you forgot that I'm handicapped.
I set you up for the layup and you're on the other side of the court.
Yeah, like. Unfortunately, I do not know this player, but you know what? We're about to find out.
Oh, you are about to find out.
And of course, we know.
Oh, the big AJ tag? Shouts out. I hope that's his new tag now. I decided.
Wait,
Dark Samus. What? Oh, it's Dawson. Yeah. It's Dawson. That makes sense. Never mind. For those of you who don't know, Big D was a King DDD player in Brawl with the Ices a little bit. And then, of course, a lot of DDD inside of Smash 4 was originally maining the character at the beginning of Ultimate, but then reinvigorated that love for the Ice Climber duo. So I'm excited.
Unfortunately, DDD is pretty bad. Sorry, Cal, but you know the truth. However, in
great
the context
character,
of
everybody should main him.
Yeah, you're right. In the context, wait,
AJ?
He didn't need that stock. That was a bonus.
True. Utah actually has the secret strategy of being a stock down and we just win for some reason. I don't know. We get underestimated.
Look, yeah, exactly.
This is the fake lore
it's
you paid
the
for.
Sue strat from Smash 4.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I thought he missed the air dodge. I would have cried if he SD'd 2 stocks in a row. And we do got Jonix instead of the Dark Samus running the Snake as well. Amazing character in doubles because of a lot of those reasons of those grenades. You start racking up a lot of damage. You have amazing kill moves. And so if your teammate can set up for like a forward smash, you take stocks at 20.
And then, of course, those up tilts from the Snake players are going to be a huge threat as well. You're talking about taking stocks at 20. They may not be able to do that, but just having that constant safe option of the up tilt is a perpetual threat to your landings, to your spacing in neutral. Have to be so careful.
Oh, yeah. And look at this. The chaos from the grenades locking down whole parts of the stages, causing Big AJ to get it caught up by Big D's hammer.
That back air hits.
It hits.
Also, the spacing on that Gordo was really impressive, bouncing it right over his teammate while maintaining the threat to the other team. Those little micro optimizations make such a huge difference. Get up tilted scrub.
Yep, that rolled through to get it. And now AJ just trying to stall a little bit up in this air, avoid that Penguin's hammer. You know, that King is the king of damage, truly, and Cloud is going to be sailing off on a home run.
Another thing that'll help him in this matchup against a character like Snake who likes to kill you vertically, or even against the Cloud with things like finishing touch, DDD is the hardest character in the entire game to kill off the top.
Oh yeah, just because of that fastball and the heaviness. So if you're wanting to kill him, you got to be doing it off the sides.
Which is also hard because he's floating around forever.
Yeah. He's just jumping in the air trying to force you to get that hit, but ultimately, AJ getting caught up, and the call out on the high recovery too, understanding that AJ has played a little bit scared of the edge guarding, but man, look at that limit cross slash.
Yes, Cloud has a lot of optimization to be figured out in this matchup because he can space out and charge that limit, and obviously that's a wonderful win condition for him. Speaking of win conditions, this is going to be painful.
Yeah. But I like the idea of the stall, but just not coming through.
Yeah, exactly. But the other aspect of Cloud is if you are charging that limit, you're not helping your teammate.
Yeah.
So you have to balance it.
Oh, it offsets gravity for upwards knockback. FTP. Shoutouts to Fire to Pyro.
This has been tested, FTP. People have tested this. I swear, I watched a video about this like 4 years ago.
I'm going to let you take the hit from Fire. I'll let you.
I don't know if I want to argue with FTP. He knows a lot about this game.
Keep going.
I'm going to double down. You're right.
Double down.
Not only is the hardest to kill,
Vegas.
He's the hardest to kill by a factor of 2. People don't know this.
He's actually by 2 times the fact a harder character.
It's kind of crazy how unkillable this character is. I personally think he's top 5.
Honestly, he's got big hammer that kills you early and can't be killed off the top because he's too heavy.
Have you been hit by DDDF smash?
I haven't in real life because I would be dead.
Exactly. And that's
you
the
know what?
threat
Fire's right.
Yeah.
Top 3.
Top 3. Top 3.
Thank you.
I'm assuming he's talking, of course, about the tier list and not killing off the top.
Yeah,
okay,
top
parry
3 best characters in the game. We got King DDD. You know, Big D done with the low tier ICs. We are rocking it with the top tier now, baby.
Though I have seen a lot of resurgence and people trying to claim that ICs is really, really good, which I think is wrong, but nevertheless.
I mean, who knows? Maybe.
They've got their touch of death, so you have to be careful.
Yeah. Oh, the air dodge through, getting caught up by the RPG. That's the scary thing about Snake. He will just take stocks early.
I feel bad for the other characters in this game because Snake got the memo. He's like, all right, I'm bringing the whole arsenal.
He knows the mission. He isn't here to just calmly hit you with a slingshot.
He read the fine print. He's like, oh, there's nothing that says I can't have an RPG.
What about my tank?
Ooh, just that nair back air from D.
Yes, sir. Ooh, getting caught up by that C4. Jonix being a little unaware, but you know what? AJ going to be the one to lose the stock on the other end of it. Look at this, Big D hammering down the competition.
Oh my goodness, that is so hard to hit.
He's just goated. What can you say? But you know what? Crazy thing is, despite Big D Jonix being one of the favorites to win this event, they are looking even against Orangutan and Baeblade, who are just holding it down.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're talking up all these crazy plays from players like Big D, but it speaks to the level of skill across the board that can be happening, and it is still even. This next stock could be crucial. All
right, Sticky on Cloud, by the way, which is AJ's Sticky of all things. So he's looking to find a way to get that hit.
Get that parcel pending going.
That's the horrifying thing about the Sticky inside of doubles is you just pop it on your teammate, and he is the one who goes ahead, deposit it on the opponent.
Right now, though, both teams doing a good job of playing around those explosives throughout this set so far. Because you have to be, watch that C4.
Yeah, locking it down on that middle of the stage. Shutting down roll, but it don't matter. The back air going to be able to take that stock.
And we see just hanging out around that C4. Oh, we're swinging.
Dude, I got to say shout-outs to Jonix and Baeblade. Both of their recognition was really good. Jonix went to go ahead and find that stock up top, but Baeblade drop it down with the side B, takes the stock, and then Big D going ahead firing back with that up air, right? But right now, it is all about slag here, Orangutan.
This is a difficult comeback to make. Ooh, the iframes as well through the grenade. They're very well timed from Big D. He's going to need a lot more plays like that if he wants to come back into this.
Yeah, I love that, Big D having a good understanding of how to fight Snake. He's playing very passive and calm, not wanting to go ahead, give himself up to what Slag has here.
Like, they both know their win condition, and they're playing it very well. Speaking of which, Big D is not out of this yet.
Yeah, one mistake, that's all King DDD needs. You make one slip up, all of a sudden, you are taking a back air.
Speaking of which, got that tech chase, however, Big D swinging out, able to play it safe. Double grenades in the corner, and unfortunately gets hit by his own Gordo.
Dude, I love that. Go ahead, B-reverse the suck, and throw him right off stage. Finds the back air, too. All right, Big D firing off really well.
Oh, my goodness. Big D is not only back into this, he has got the advantage now. Watching that C4, see how he's spacing around with the jumps.
All right. Look at that. Orangutan looking like he's trying to position for that up tilt, but Big D playing really well around it, utilizing that suck to go ahead, stop the shield so he's not getting it out of shield.
And the reads after the suck as well. That's the crucial part because he doesn't have crew combos out of it, but he recognizes what Slag's going to do, barely missing the C4. That's big.
Yep, and look at this, AJ. C4 on Plaid. Go ahead and lock that down. Gets the F tilt. Now this is a very scary position for Big D as that Nikita landing. No tech.
This is so hard. Can you get out? Just barely. Jumps off of the ledge. These op smashes, I love the suck to get out of there, but 149, you get grabbed. That could be it.
And look at that. He's trying to position the down tilt, too, to catch him on that roll, but it don't matter. Look at this, 163. Now at this point, if he gets a grab, it's over, but it don't matter. Big D going ahead, clutching it up. AJ just not quite able to figure it out.
I love how hard Big D was just air camping that. He knew, like you mentioned, he was at that range where even before that last hit, if you got a couple pummels off into that down throw, it is still a kill confirm because you're still going to hit that 160 barrier. So he's like, all right, I just won't be grabbable.
Oh, yeah. If he plays nice and calm and patient around everything AJ has, as you said, we aren't getting grabbed. We aren't getting this down throw, up tilt bull crap.
Exactly, exactly. So great stuff to Big D to come back in that game, but almost lost that one. I mean, they're up 2-0 right now. Like you mentioned, one of the top seeds in this tournament, but they had to make a 2-stock comeback. Oh, hold up.
And you know what? This time, let's go ahead and add an extra 3 stocks for that Icy's here. And Icy's nice and stuck right now, looking for a little bit of a hit here.
AI's been the hot topic lately. We're just testing it out with the Ice Climbers right now. Let's see if it's all that it's cracked up to be.
Yes, sir. AJ doing a pretty good job of going ahead and locking him down. I think the one scary thing of playing Ice Climbers here is, of course, that Snake and the back airs from Cloud. There's a lot of ways for them to go ahead and split up Nana and Popo and hopefully take one of the two.
Yeah, exactly. That is going to be crucial, and we're seeing it happening already. Nana is all by her lonesome in the corner. Got to be so careful.
Ooh, love that up B to go ahead and get out of the position, and AJ unable to get the punish.
Unfortunate. Actually had the positioning so well there. Shout out Nana helping out a little bit, but not enough. Maybe you should have gone back to your teammate there. Sopo falling into the blast zone. That's the challenge of the Ices.
That is the challenge of the Ices. If you do not have the second one ready, sometimes you're just going to have to eat it. Yeah. But look at that. Big D going ahead, sending him off of the top, and Big AJ going to have to make some big strides to keep this lead going. But Jonix holding on for dear life. Big D, I love the use of the Blizzard to just shut down part of the stage.
It's so annoying. It's a great tool that they have in the matchup. Also, I love how threatening Big D is with those desyncs as well. Always on the table, knows how to set it up quickly and effectively in these chaotic situations. And then great coverage like that as well, knowing when to go forward and punish.
Dash tag, Big AJ just splitting on through. He's starting to play a lot more patient. Same with Baeblade over here.
Scrapping's not working for them.
Yeah, they just understand that, you know what, got to take a little bit more of a slight time delay inside of how they're pressuring here. Jonix catching up the stock.
That was risky, but the up tilt not going to hit, unfortunately, from Jonix.
Yeah, but you know what? AJ trying to fight his way through. Look at this. Big D just not letting him get anything here. Might be a kill here.
Can AJ get off? No, he cannot. Great up tilt usage.
Big D just built different, and now look at this. 2 stocks on both of the blue teams, but only 1 left for Baeblade and Orangutan.
This is so tough. Jonix also doing a great job, like you mentioned, holding that 2 stocks. Being able to just stock tank in doubles in itself can be huge. If you're unkillable, what are they going to do about it?
Truly. Oh, I love the use of the grenade. Go ahead, get the trade with all 3 of them. And now Big D finally down to that last stock. And look at this. Jonix, too, is also getting fairly high in percent here.
Ooh. But there you go, the dash attack a little bit too high. You cannot escape that. And now Big D in trouble. Teammate coming back in time. I think they might have gotten the sticky off. I can't tell.
I have no idea. I can't see it right now. But either way, at the moment, you know what? AJ locking down Jonix, and they're really trying to force the issue here. But, you know, the big thing that felt like kind of what might be the kicker is that inability to secure the stock off stage.
Exactly, exactly. 139, holding on for dear life here. Yellow team on the cusp of getting into a pretty bad situation, but also blue team, that percent has started to rack up in the meantime.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Baeblade has just been holding on at 155, and Jonix is gone. Look at this. Big D now finds the stock on Baeblade, though. AJ, can you do it? Can you go ahead and seal out these Ices?
I feel like I've seen this episode before. We got one more chance. This time it is with the Ices, but that's kind of worse because it is Big D's main character.
Is that it?
No.
He's living. Oh! C4 up and ready.
No.
AJ ready to clutch it out.
AJ getting his team on the board in the 1v1 against Big D. Great C4 usage there.
Beautiful, beautiful C4 usage. Go ahead, catch him up, kind of slacking, of course. Big D really try to force that stock with the up tilt to up air. And so some of the times, you know, in doubles, it's already complicated, but you do sweep a little too hard, you get caught up.
Got to be so careful. It's a little reminder for blue team there of what Snake can do in doubles, how cognizant you perpetually have to be. It's hard enough in singles. In doubles, it feels like it's just a lost cause. But at this level of play, that is the difference maker. Can you keep track of the C4, the grenades, or are you going to continuously take that tick damage, get those early cheesy stocks over and over and over?
Well, especially when it's multiplied by 2, you got Snake squared up in here. Plus, you got a whole nother character to worry about.
There's way too many snakes on this plane.
There's just a little too many snakes on this plane.
A few too many snakes on this plane. I can feel Ritual jumping with joy right now.
She would love that reference. Oh my gosh. I will say that's one of the beautiful things about, you know, some of these quite a little bit smaller events. Sometimes, you know, you get a vibe a little bit more with the homies, with the local scene.
I love that.
You know, you get to shout out some people like Baeblade or Jonix, where like most other scenes they won't know, but if you in the PNW, you have some little inkling of them.
You know what's up.
You know?
And they're trying to make their statement right now. Like,
oh yeah.
just because you're not at the top 1% of the top 1% doesn't mean you're not a threatening player.
You can't be sleeping on them, otherwise they come through.
Exactly what we just saw, right? Like, everybody knows who they're up against, but all of a sudden, wait, are we on the verge of a reverse 3-0?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, both those last 2 games look pretty good for them.
The scary thing is, even if they get through here, they still have, like, winner of this has to fight Sparkle and Rough.
Oh, that is, as it suggests, rough.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know what? By the way, shout-outs to Temporary Plan and Sticky, the first team to make it to winner's side top 8.
Wow.
Beating out Psionic and R&M, 3-0, and Beto and Spicy.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say the rest of that tag on screen.
Yeah, exclamation point bracket in the chat if you want to read the rest of that.
But double 3-0s. But you know what? No 3-0 in sight here as we are into game number 4. And look at this Baeblade doing a lot of damage. That cross slash has kind of been a big thing that we saw by the end of that game number 3, where all of a sudden it's holding down a lot of space and dishing out lots and lots of damage.
Yeah, and we saw how threatening like the dash attacks can be to kill from Cloud when you're not. Oh no! Don't get sucked. And now also, we didn't talk about it, but we've got the DDD back.
Yes, we do, which I can't blame him. You know, the Icies were doing fairly good at walling out some space, but ultimately just couldn't hold on to the stocks, which got a little too important by the end of it.
Speaking of which, Jonix losing that first stock.
Yeah, Jonix having a hard time, and look at this, the DDD all the way up to 103. AJ on the hunt for this like the snake he is, trying to get that kill on the prey.
That's an unfortunate team grab there, and now you died for it. One little misstep, accidentally grabbing your teammate, gets this back to an even game.
Yeah, I will say, man, does Baeblade love that climbing hazard in neutral.
Yeah, it's a good move.
He's a Cloud main through and through, and it's been working a lot. Look at that, the mix-up on the double hit, but it don't matter for AJ up top as, you know, Big Dawson going ahead and securing it out.
Yeah, the hardest character to kill is by a factor of 2, of course. At 146, going to be very hard.
Off not just the top of the sides,
but the sides as well.
Because his extra gravity.
It pulls him towards the center of the stage.
It does.
We are operating on flat Earth theory here,
that was actually what was proven in Einstein's theory of relativity.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that Smash Bros. Operates on a flat Earth. Very interesting how that affects gravity.
And DDD especially.
Yeah, specifically DDD.
As the object of mass that Smash actually rotates around.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, 159 max. Oh, okay.
Alrighty.
Oh man, got his MC squared on that one.
Shout outs to my goat.
Shout out to my goat.
E equals MC squared.
He's a real one.
Oh yeah, he's always got my back. I know that.
I like that dash attack from AJ.
Oh yeah, he's doing such a good job of just like
the stage control.
Oh yeah, he will take a minute to go ahead and shut down Big D or Jonix, and then go ahead and refocus on the other. But man, Baeblade refocusing on the wrong person. And that might have cost them the set here.
Yeah, this is a very bad situation, and it all started the momentum off of that one team. Oh no, don't.
Oh my gosh. We've got Jet Hammer, we've got RPG. These guys are not playing.
Welcome back to the Twitter dimension. That was gross. Bro.
AJ just accepting it. He's like, I'm not, you aren't putting me on Twitter.
That was gross.
You are not putting him on Twitter, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, shout out Everest in the back. And Diego in the back. Let's go, T.O.
Let's go,
T.O.
man.
I love the theming of this event, by the way. The Earthbound stuff coming in hard. Of course, being named Eugenebound, it is not a surprise that we've got an Earthbound event. You've seen the Eugenebound poster behind us. There's a couple of little Ness and Lucas figurines going around as well.
Also, the like transition too feels very like it's weird because like I feel like all the transitions in like our modern age of Smash